Starting the stream. I don't know why whenever I tweet it shows like the previous thing I streamed, but this is a technical stream, not routing for all blueprints. Where is the... There we go. So what do I mean by technical stream? This is more of a... It's not going to be like speedrunning or anything. I wanted to... Well, I have a few things planned. I wanted to try to maybe try to get the trick that I found a little bit more consistent, but I don't know if that's possible. It does seem like it's kind of random. And I wanted to look at some of the flags in the save file, and maybe I can figure out something with that. I wanted to show off a little bit of the progress that I've had with the New Game Plus that I've been working on. It's not really like... I don't know. It's probably not something I'm gonna release or anything, but like it's just gonna be a save file. But I think I'll check that out. And then there was one other thing. Oh yeah, I wanted to show off just the Unity extractor, like the assets extractor programs that I found, in case other people want to mess around with this game and try to get the picture files from it and whatnot, or texture, sprites, whatever they're called. So, yeah. This is the new game. I guess I can just quickly show this off real quick. So, my idea with New Game Plus is that you would start from the beginning of the game, but you would have access to everything that you would normally not have access to this early on in the game. So like right now I have the tachyon handler, and normally at this point in the game you're supposed to be going over here and going to the prison. See, this door is still locked. But because I have the tachyon handler, that means I can do something else. Meaning I can actually go over here. I guess I could have shown that this was blocked off already, but I'm dumb. There are some flags that I tagged a lot of the flags in the save file as being triggered, and I also, like, obviously you can't save this early in the game, so I had to like switch back to them. I had to, as Reika, switch to switch game modes and stuff. I don't know why I'm not just doing this. What am I trying to say? So like I had to like play a normal save file and like change a few flags back so that I could get her like as Amane to this point in the game. And there are certain flags that you can't really change, like this one here. If you set this cutscene flag to being true, then you just go through this door as Amane, and you can't really do anything as Amane. I guess if you know the glitch to like switch from Amane to Reika, then I guess you can use that. But I don't know. I want this to be like something fairly stable. So like right now I have access to everything. So like I have the javelin, I have the drill, the sword, the lock. So yeah, and the idea with this is that maybe there's some tricks that we can find while like early on in the game that we wouldn't normally be able to have access to. Like, we'd have access to the javelin, obviously, which probably kind of breaks the game. I also have, I think I have all the skills unlocked. Yeah, so like we would have multi-javelin too, and there might be, I might end up making like two versions of this. One version where you just have the main skills, the lock, the sword, the javelin, and the drill, and then one mode where you would have those and also all this like all the upgrades from the skill tree. So I don't know. It's just something I thought about. There are a few things that I need to test out with this, like, oh right, I'm an idiot. There are a few things I need to test out with this, like how certain things work, like, because the game operates on loops, I guess. Like the game adds 1 to this counter each time you, I guess, you go back in time, and it's trying to keep track of that. So I'm curious how the game would react to, like, if I go to the first area, for example. So like here, for example, I can do this instead of having to break that thing. I'm curious how the game would react to me going to the first area and fighting I'm curious how it would react to me fighting. I guess you'd have to get 7 keys, though. But I'm curious how the game would react to me getting to the first, like, not fighting the first boss, basically. Like, trying to do stuff out of order. Alright, that's good. I'm not doing things in the order that I wanted to, by the way. I wanted to show off, or try to figure out the glitch a little bit better, but whatever, it's fine. So I think we probably have to activate this beacon, just in case, because, oh yeah, so I don't think I messed around with the flags for this. I think these are still locked off to you. I might be able to change that, though. That might be one of the things, like, so that you can do these in any order. Let me just check over here, because I haven't done everything yet, so this might have been... Nope, okay, never mind. This might not be... Maybe that's part... That might be part of the game loop thing. So... Good. Whoa, hello. I also have forgotten to put this thing up, so let's just put that there. Okay. Oh yeah, we don't even have to do this, we can just do that. There's a little stuff like that that might be kind of cool to mess around with. If this ever ends up being a thing, which I kind of doubt. And because we have multi-javelin, technically we could do this. I don't know if this is worth the time, but... Probably not worth the time, although it does prevent the lag from over here with all the platforms and stuff. So it is nice not having to like skip all these cutscenes, though. There are a few cutscenes that are optional, but I left them in, or dialogue, I guess, that I left in just because some of them trigger music, like this one coming up here. If you don't leave that in, it's just quiet the entire time, and it kind of is really awkward. I'm basically like doing an any percent run right now. I mean, obviously this isn't a legitimate save file, but I don't know. I know there's a trick to do there that's probably a little bit faster, but I'm still doing the old strats like a noob. I don't know. Yeah, that didn't kill him. Wow. I feel like it's probably faster to do javelin than drop the launcher. I don't know. Yeah, we're just totally going off the rails here, or like against my whole plan. I didn't write anything down, so this is completely not scripted at all. I guess it's fine. Wow, that was terrible, but it doesn't matter. I don't think. Didn't kill that guy. Yeah. So this should be the main room. I think I turned off. Nope, I didn't. I don't know if I need that off. That flag I can probably get rid of. But anyway, so I wanted to do this, and I think does that say it doesn't say me at the beacon, but it means that I can go over here, and this is what I was curious about, is if this does anything, and it doesn't. Okay. So I might be able to go over and fight the boss if I had enough of these. Interesting. But yeah, like I need to stop. I need to do other things. Nice. So this really feels like I'm just speedrunning at this point. I really need to stop. I need to show the other stuff that I want to show. What am I doing? Yeah, I need to stop. Come on. This is not... Okay, we're done. That's enough of that. Okay. I just wanted to check that out, I guess. But let's go start a new game. For real. Because I want to show that... Like, I want to show how exactly to do... I don't even know what to really call it. I guess I'll call it, like... I wanted something to do with gravity, because it pulls you up, kind of, like reverse gravity, but... like gravity lock, maybe, would be a cool name for it. None of the tricks in this game really have names, so... I don't know. But yeah, we'll just do this real quick. All I need, I think, is the lock, and I need a full-size debris lock, basically, in order to do this. Actually, I do have another save that's, like, right here that I could probably use, but I'll just show me getting to the point where you can first do this. And honestly, this room is probably the best room to showcase it in. The room that I showed off in the video really wasn't that great because there was that that platform above was kind of getting in the way. I've gotten the trick more consistently in this room than any other room, honestly. So yeah. This will probably be going on YouTube. I noticed that Twitch has kind of like casually just deleted some of my VODs without really warning me. I mean, I know that they've been doing that for a while. Why? This is kind of why I'm just... I always struggle with this beginning part. I don't know why. I feel like part of it's my controller. Yeah, like I don't know. I can't really explain how bad my controller is. Like I'm using a D-pad where the control stick should be, and it feels terrible, and it's a really bad D-pad too. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's totally something that is fair and good. But yeah, like I just there have been so many times where I just reset because I've had a bad beginning in any percent. Oh, that's not the right direction. But see how good any New Game Plus would be if we could just not have all that dialogue. Like, it'd be so quick. Like, I know how to play this game. I don't need a tutorial, you know. But yeah. So I think, yeah, this is where I recorded the video, is right here. I don't know if I had that text on screen, but yeah, you can do it here. So you just need to like spam jump and then that. Oh, okay, I got it like really quickly. I honestly I really don't know what causes this. Like I think my theory is that this my theory is that this is like there's a bit of debris below me, and it like pulls me up as it's getting pulled toward me during the recall, and then the lock, like, okay, so it's kind of hard to explain, but like debris has, I guess, 3 states, if you want to think about it like that. So there's the debris that's like right here, this debris. I can't really zoom in, but like this debris right here, and this is like interactable. Like I can jump down through it and stuff. And then there's the debris that's like flying towards me, and then there's the debris ball, and so like the debris kind of goes through that like multiple states, I think. I don't know. Like obviously if I'm above the debris and I recall it, like I'm not gonna land on the debris as I'm recalling, if that makes any sense. But I think because I'm recalling and using the lock so quickly, it's causing I'm sorry, I'm really bad at explaining that. Oh, okay, that's a cool jump there. Because I'm recalling and using the lock so quickly, it's causing the debris to be like quickly changing between those 2 states, maybe. I don't. This is all like just theory at this point. So where are we at the big open area yet? I think we're almost there. So yeah, right here is a very good demonstration. And I have to put down the controller for this because I still to this day I still cannot get this consistently with the, yeah, see, like I got it right away that time. I cannot get this to happen with the controller. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just not good at mashing with the controller. But I'm on my keyboard, I'm pushing that's A, this is S, and this is or space bar. I don't know if it's different for other people, but I'm literally just pushing all 3 at the exact same time, and then just holding left and right. I don't know if there's like a specific timing to it, but yeah, it definitely seems like it's RNG. Like I don't, ow, my hand hurts now. I don't think this will be used in the speedrun at all, unless there's a room where it's like, you know, it's really annoying and hard to climb, and like, you know, like that launch would be nice, but yeah, I don't know if it's very doable. But yeah, that's what you gotta do. You just gotta spam buttons. I don't know if it works if you're just stationary. I feel like you kind of want to move around a little bit, but moving around a little bit also has the chance of making you lose the debris. Oh, cool. Okay, I got it that time too. Yeah. So like I said, I think the requirements are you just need the lock, and I think you need a full ball of debris, like a large debris. Maybe it'll work with smaller, but it might be less likely to work. So anyway, that was that. Now let's move on to the technical stuff. That's not the full stream right there. So let's first look at some stuff here. So I think, is this the, yeah, this was the save one that that I was using in like for, this is the New Game Plus basically. So I guess I'll just kind of go over what some of the flags mean. So the save position name is where you are, like where you show up when you reload the save. So this is, I guess, like I think this is the stage name, kind of, but not really, because there's a stage name down here. Where is it? It's like all the way down here, right? Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, down all the way down here. This is the stage name, and it also has the word hub in it. So there are 7 or 8 stages technically. It goes from 0 to 7. Stage 1 is called. Let me think now. I can open up a 100% file actually. I don't have a folder open yet. Just excuse me, I'm totally not prepared. I thought I had this folder open. Oh my god. Uh, saves. Let's find my 100% file. Open with Notepad++. So here we go. This is, I believe, I believe this is my 100% file. I did like open up the demo in this, but yeah. So in here you can see like there's a bunch of, yeah, here we go. So this is, for whatever reason, when you um it like saves stage info in the save file for whatever reason. So yeah, there's stage 0, which is hub, and I think stage 1 is factory. And that's like with Venata and whatnot. And then there's stage 2, I think it's middle. No, stage 4 is middle. Okay. Middle is literally just that one place that you go with Astra Sarama. And this is the boss room. Then you have the Labo, which is laboratory. Hey, look, Nintendo. Game Freak did it first. There's the Labo. If we scroll down, here's the mine. So stage 2 is Labo, stage 3 is mine, stage 4 was middle, stage 5 I think is the fortress. There we go. Yeah, stage 5 fortress. Stage 6 is the DLC, and stage 7 is the demo. I don't know. I guess it doesn't show that on here. And then there's a bunch of. This is a bunch of flags that like the game uses to remember how much debris you've left over in a room, and like what keys you've opened, and um what's like what enemies you've killed. It's insane. Like all these numbers, I've never be able to figure out what any of this means. Um, like this is all the factory gate keys I have unlocked. I wonder if you can like add a fake one here. Just add one. Um, weight switches pulled like this, or pushed rather, pushed with a without the ed at the end. That's really weird. Um, yeah, a lot of this doesn't really make much sense, so I'm not gonna really go over it too much. But so this is design app tutorial. I think this is your first. You get this the first time you. Well, I guess I should start up here. Sorry. So position name I think is just the name of the stage after like the stage 00 or stage 01 or whatever. So this is in this case it's demo, and I'm in stage 07 I think on here somewhere. Oop. Where is it? I'm dumb. Let's go back to this one. So yeah, like this says stage 00 hub, and at the very top I think it's just hub 00. So the area ID is which room you're in. So like this is the first room of the hub, so that's what it's called. The X and Y coordinates, these are the tachyon coordinates, which don't really matter too much. But if you have a save file that has different position coordinates and different tachyon position coordinates, when you load the save, you'll be put in this location. But then if you use the tachyon handler, you can be put in this position. So there's some interesting stuff you can maybe do with that. I don't know. Anyway, these are the flags. So these, I believe, you get each time you get the different designs for each of the different weapons. Then we start with some of the tutorial stuff. So each of these corresponds with a different dialogue that you get, or a different dialogue thing. So like as you go through, like this is the dialogue that tells you how to attack up and down, and to kill enemies. You get or like you can recall the debris from enemies and all stuff like that. And then like yeah, L4. I'm not really sure what this is. Like yeah, see they call it rubber. I'm not really sure what this means. Basu. but there's a few of those. Then we're in the laboratory. So a lot of these, like, you know, these are flags that'll trigger, like, after you beat, or if you keep dying to the boss, it keeps track of, like, how many times you die to the boss. And if you die enough times, you get a hint, and if you die more times, you get another hint. And so it keeps track of that through the save data. And yeah, here's where it detects how many game loops you've gone through. And what's this? Work generator count. I'm not sure what this is. Here's more plans. Work mission number. I'm also not sure what that is. Core portal on. This of course triggers when you activate the thing as a Mane. I forget what it's. I guess it's the core portal. I feel like it's not the core. I guess you're activating generators after you beat the bosses. So yeah, it's probably the core portal activation thing. Game clear. I guess that's just after you beat the boss, the final boss. Game mode device. I think I've said this before, but this is probably what's gonna trigger the DLC. Maybe. And yeah, here's all the flags for the DLC. And this is flags for the demo. And boss rush status. I'm not. Yeah, this obviously triggers after you beat the final boss and you've cleared the game. And then this is for all the skills in the game. So there's a bunch of blank ones, and then there's, I don't know what exactly these correspond to, but then there's, like, for whatever reason, your attack and recall, lock, blade, javelin, and drill, and even the tachyon handler are treated as skills, even though they're not on the skill tree. So, like this'll be zero. If you set these all to 0, like, you can't actually use these abilities. So by setting these to 1, that's what allows me to do the New Game Plus, is, like, I have these all unlocked. So it's neat. And then these are, like, you know, cool little side things that you can get, like the multi-javelin, the healing, I'm not sure what revive is. Lucky crystal, that's the thing that gets you more crystals, or more skill points or whatever. Invincible, relax, vitality up, that's the increase to health. I really need to, like, listen to some music, so I'm gonna play this beta version of the Rahu and Kitu fight while we're looking at this. This is kind of boring code. So this is how many skill points you have. This is, I think, divided by 100, because this counts, you know, how many hundredths towards a new skill point you have. Player mode is, of course, I think I explained this before, but so I think you're normally in player mode 0 as Rika. Player mode 1 through 4, you're locked into different arch abilities. So I think 1, you're locked into the blade. 2, you're locked into the javelin. 3, you're locked into the drill. And 4, you're locked into the debris lock. I don't know why it's in that order, but it is. Got weapon design. Oh man. So this is like what weapons you have unlocked. And this is if I have a, do I have a 100% file? Is this the 100%? I think it is. Design. Let's look at weapon. So this just shows, like, what things you have unlocked. So it lists them out, and I guess it lists them out in what order you got them in, because it doesn't look like it's consistent throughout here. I don't know why it says the defaults are locked. That's weird. Or looked. Oh, I guess this is, maybe this is what shows when it says, like, the word new. I don't know, or, like, it won't show, whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about. As you can see, this stuff is empty. It's because I haven't, whatchamacallit, I haven't like, broken anything in this New Game Plus thing. And yeah, this lets you control whether or not you can attack as a Mane. I'm really not sure what this is. I'm really curious to find out what this is, but I've tried changing this to true and nothing happens. This just allows you to see the fortress map on the map. This lets you look at the arch abilities. This lets you look at the skill tree, and this lets you look at the world map, obviously. And like these will be filled in with like beacons you'll unlock. So in this file, for example, I have, where is it? Reach area list. Yeah, here. So here's all the beacons that you can get. This just shows that. I don't really know what to do next. So I guess I'll show this thing here. So this is a program called Unity Studio. This isn't the main program that I've been using, but it's actually really handy to take a look at stuff like this because you can look at all the pictures, all the sprites and stuff, like as you're going through it. Like, so if you see, I don't know. Oh man, look at this cool picture. I wanna save this cool picture. You can just go and like, can you actually save? I don't think you can actually. No, there is an export thing here. But yeah, like, there's lots of cool stuff here. Just, you know, oh, there's a font texture. Look at this. Look at all these characters that I can't read at all. But yeah, the game, like, I guess has to piece all these parts of the character and stuff. Like, oh my goodness, it's crazy. There's some concept art, I guess, and then I think the actual art is somewhere else. But yeah, so this is one of the programs that you can use to just like look at some of the textures. I'm still trying to find the audio assets for this game. Like I already have the soundtrack from the like downloaded already, but world map, that's not really clear, but whatever. This is like part of the end. A lot of them are just named demo, and I don't really know why. Like, I don't know why they're named demo. There's some scenes in here that just aren't used at all, by the way. I think, is this used? Maybe it is. But there's this I don't think is, maybe it is. I don't remember it though. Yeah, this one I think maybe was used in the original, like in the early, like, the open beta of the game. This, I'm pretty sure I've seen this one. Anyway. But yeah, kind of cool stuff like that. So this is like the background, I think, for the labo. What? Saw those pictures already. I'm not sure what this is, but yeah. And then there's also like text assets. So like this is for the first stage, I think, right? So it uses like all these cool things here. I don't really know what this means, but I think it's like placing objects in the world or whatever. Yeah, if someone understands code, they can probably figure out what in the world this is. Let me find a different song, because that's just gonna loop now. Let's play, let's just play stuff from the soundtrack. Let's go with the main bosses. That, and that, I think. Where's, there it is. I'm gonna remove that. I'm gonna put these here. Play. Oh, that suddenly is kind of loud. Okay. Sorry about that. Anyway. Yeah, we're just gonna kind of quickly go through some of these, like, textures and whatnot. Anyway, so this is one of the programs you can use if you want to like extract different pictures and stuff. And I think, where is it? What is this? I'm not sure what this is. Anyway, angry. Oh, this is Mahastra Tara's face from when she dies. There's what I use for the for my splits when I speedrun. Find it. Man, I am not exactly sure where these are. This is a really long list, so just bear with me for a second. There we go. This, I think it's under. Maybe it's face. Is it called face? Might be called face. Face. Oh, that's okay. Apparently these are the same thing. Oh, hello. That's kind of creepy, actually. I never want to see that again. But yeah, here's all the faces. So I don't know why they have like a sprite and then a 2D texture for everything, but there you go. And for whatever reason, the width of each is like slightly smaller. The width of the sprite is smaller than the texture. That's weird. But anyway, yeah, this is what I used for the splits or live split, whatever. There's a lot of them, by the way. There's Reika without her stuff. Face worm. Wait, does it show? Okay, yeah. Anyway. So that's one program that I use. The other program is... Can I show this on here? Yeah, this thing right here. This is called Unity Assets Bundle Extractor. And this is a little bit more... It's just the name of the file, so you can't really see what it is. And there's a bunch of unnamed assets, which I can't pull up in the other thing. But a lot of this is like... I can't really figure out what it is, so yeah, good luck with that. But like, I can extract these. I think these are basically the same thing as, like, if I sort this, I can go to, where is it, face? Somewhere. Face. Yeah, there was something somewhere. Maybe it's down. Yeah, it's, okay, it's weirdly sorted. So like capital is different from everything else. But yeah, here's all the things we just looked through. But anyway, enough of that. We're just gonna take a look at some code now, because that's probably what everyone came here for. Look at all this code. So yeah, this is the assets file opened up in Notepad++, so it's like a bunch of lines of text and stuff. And Land Blues. I don't know what that is. So I was actually looking for a few things in here. I was actually looking to see if maybe we could find the boss patterns in here somehow. But what I ended up finding was like functions that, I guess this is, oops, I spelled function wrong in the search thing. Function. Yeah, so like there's a bunch of different functions that I guess play out cutscenes and whatnot. And like the problem is I'm having trouble finding like any of this stuff in the code. Like apparently there's anime in the code, or animes, like what? There's cache? Look at all this. Whoa. Mine boss. But yeah, like function. So like it says how many frames the game has to wait. So I'm curious if I could like change some of this and then like it would wait fewer frames, and that would probably break the game, I don't know. Boss rush mode event. Get flag boss rush mode device equals 0. If, then, and then it plays these messages. Right, so like it pulls up these messages in the code and like starts the boss rush mode is start game. I'm not sure what that is. Set flag, boss rush mode device 1. Yeah, so like, I'm sure someone could probably understand what half of this stuff is. I'm not an expert in stuff like this, but boss 2, which one is that? Is that like the code is very inconsistent in how it like describes which boss is which, because boss 1 might be Venata, or boss 1 is probably Venata, but boss 2 could be either Sarama or it could be Kadru. But based on this, because it looks like this is the I'm guessing this is the portrait that they use, so this is probably Kadru, and then Kadru laughing, and then Reika's angry, and then Reika's talking. But then I don't see Kadru talking again, so I don't know. Ooh, what is this? Alright, that's the original, or that's the current, dragons in the Dragon Cave or whatever. What is this? What is this song called? Dragon of the Diamond Cave. There we go. I love this song. This is like my favorite song in this game. We're just gonna take a look at a few more functions here. Fact info. Set mission number 3. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure someone else can understand this, but not me. Up, and Notepad++ is not responding because this file is really big. So, I guess for now, I don't know. I was actually gonna show the New Game Plus at the end, but since I showed so much of it at the beginning, like, I don't know. I don't really know what to do. Yeah, so like I guess that's it. I kind of want to like put this game down for a little bit though, because it's kind of stressing me out, and I need to like try to go through a few games on my Steam. So I may be streaming. If I do stream tomorrow, maybe tomorrow or maybe Friday, I'm actually going to be playing a completely different game, and I know that I said that I was going to try to do all blueprints or 100%. I'm probably not doing 100%, no way, but I don't know if that's gonna. Oh right, there was one other thing. Okay. I remember now. So I actually said a while back that I wanted to make a video on this kind of stuff, but I kind of have like not really found enough information, I guess, to make to really warrant making a video. But I just wanted to, I guess, get this information out in case someone wants to see this like history of Giga Wrecker or whatever. And let me pull this up on Notepad++ because I have it written down somewhere. There we go. So I guess I'll just talk about this a little bit. This isn't really easy to find out about. You kind of have to go searching for it, but there was internally in Game Freak, there's this program, I guess, called the Gear Project, where most of the developers can like pitch ideas for games, and it's not like Pokemon. It's mainly like, you know, what games can we make other than Pokemon? Maybe not, you know, in that kind of context, but it's generally not new Pokemon games. It's generally like, what games do we want to make? We have this whatever budget they have or whatever. I don't know. And so one of the games that was pitched was this game called Magnetic Girl. So you might be thinking, well, what does this have to do with Giga Wrecker? And I'm going to get to that. And so the idea behind Magnetic Girl is you would be able to like manipulate magnets. You could, yeah, the girl has the power to attract and repel metallic objects. Um, and this was like a concept thing that they had where, like, this is basically like a concept idea of a stage. And I guess if you take a look at it, it's kind of hard to tell what is really going on. Like, it's just kind of a mess. And I think that Game Freak, or most a bunch of the developers in Game Freak, eventually like had that realization too, and they kind of shut down the idea because they figured players would really not be able to understand what was part of the stage and what could be magnetized, what could be manipulated. Um, this was back in 2013, and when was that? What, like, how can I give context on how long ago that was? I think that was Pokemon Black and White. That was around the release of that game, maybe? Is that 2013? Wow. I feel old. Anyway, a couple of years later, they had this idea to maybe change. Oh wait, let me show more concept stuff for Magnetic Girl. So here's Clutch and Burst. I can barely see this picture. Wow. Um, so yeah, here's some more like concept art, some ideas they had with this game, and World Supplement, I guess. I don't know. So after a bit of thinking, they decided to change the I guess the idea. Like they wanted to maintain the idea of the of like being able to manipulate something, but they changed it to nanomachines instead of magnets. And I don't really understand that choice, but okay. But they decided to, let's see, what is this? This is the new thing. So to how do I put this? To to make it clear what could be manipulatable, I guess. I keep saying this word. I don't really know like how to explain this better, but they wanted to. They showed the to make it obvious what was manipulatable. I think they used yellow paint, which is what we see in Giga Wrecker. But the idea is they wanted to also be able to change the nanomachines into tools that you could use to solve puzzles, and of course that's what we got with the arms creating and handling effect. Did I get it right? Arch, whatever it's called. Um, and so yeah, that's 2015. Um, and so I think sometime in 2016, uh, we like some information about Sun and Pokemon Sun and Moon was getting leaked, right? Like we got. Oh wait, no, 2013 would have been X and Y then. Man, I can't remember anything. I could have sworn it was black and white, but maybe it wasn't. Anyway, yeah, 2016 was around the time that Sun and Moon stuff was coming out, and I think around the time that we heard about Solgaleo and Lunala, which were the two cover legendaries, we also heard about a third thing, Giga Wrecky, which a lot of people were thinking was the name of a Pokemon, but it turned out it was a trademark for a new game that Game Freak was coming out with. And so that was Giga Wrecker. And do I have? I don't know what happened to the other things, but let me image, add image. Sure. I am totally not prepared for this at all. So there was this, maybe? Is this it? So yeah, there's like other concept art, like this thing here. Like this first one. Hold on, let me. This right here was their original idea for Reika, but they wanted, because I think like, can I zoom in on this a little bit more? Transform. I think this is going to stretch it too much. Oops, that's not the picture. This one. Transform. Stretch the screen. Ew, okay, let's not do that. Transform. Fit to screen. There we go. But, like, the idea behind this was, or, like, their thought process with this was they didn't want to, they wanted a character that was, I don't know, like, I guess more messed up. So when they, not messed up, wow, that's not a way to put it at all. Man, this is why I can't make this video, because I just don't really know enough about their thought process. But I know, like, they decided this girl in this picture, or in this, like, concept was not what they wanted for their game. So they eventually decided on what we have now, which is Reika. But if I pull up this image, so this is what they came up with, I guess. Obviously, like, the guy that did the art for this game, Asaragi, I think his name is. Yeah, probably. I can look it up on the video game. Let's just look it up. Credit. Or I can just skip through the credits accidentally. And let me show this on screen, because why not? Oh my goodness, please. Why is this so far down? Yeah, Asagiri, there we go. Oh my god. There we go. It's already too late. I already scrolled past it, but let me show it again. So yeah, Asagiri was the guy that came up with the concept art for this game, and he does a lot of really cool art. If you want to check him out on Twitter, I think his Twitter handle is ASGR, I think. It's like really something really simple like that. But he does kind of similar stuff to the art that you see in Giga Wrecker, where it's like robotic girls with I don't know. They're kind of strange, but it's pretty cool. Anyway, I think that's all I wanted to show. Maybe there's one more. Let me change this to this one. I think this is just another. This is another concept art for Reika, I guess, with her her angry face, where her face gets the electric whatever on her, whatever. I don't. I'm bad at like explaining things. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, I wanted to make some kind of video on this, and I just don't have access to a whole lot of information. First of all, a lot of it's in Japanese, and a lot of it I had to try to get from like interviews, and a lot of this is kind of Google Translate, so it might not be 100% accurate. Oh, I had Arch right here written down. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so I really want to just put this game down and not have to deal with it anymore. So I'm probably going to play something else. So the game that I've been playing lately is called Momodora, and I guess I can show it real quick. I don't want to like get in trouble with Twitch for how do I add a thing? Add game capture. So I'm probably going to be playing a couple. So Momodora is a wow. I can't spell. Momodora is a series. Specific window. It's not open yet. I don't actually know if I have this full screen or not. I hope. Oh, it's full screen. I don't want it to be full screen, really. This is a really fun game, though, and I'm probably going to be playing the first 3. I guess I'll explain that in a second. So where's... Oops. Do that, I think. Alright, and now I can capture it eventually. Properties, capture, specific window, Momodora, this thing. Don't capture this thing. There we go. So this is Momodora. And if I can get rid of everything else real quick. Where's this thing? That. And I am totally prepared for this, by the way. Fit the screen. There we go. So this is actually the 4th Momodora game, and I've been playing. I've played it a lot actually, and I'll play it. I guess I'll play it for a couple minutes here. But like the next stream that I do will probably be one of the first ones, probably the first one, and then I might do the second and third one. But I'm having a lot of fun with this one. This is the 4th one. This is the only one, or no, the 3rd one is available on Steam, and this one's available on Steam. The first 2 are only on the developer's website. I don't know if I'll speedrun this. This is more like a casual game. I've already put like 6 hours into this game, maybe even more, because I did have a playthrough before. But yeah, I'll show. This is like this is literally the final boss, by the way. So spoilers. But yeah, I think this is what I want, right? So this is like a Metroidvania kind of action-y, platformy kind of game. You can play as a cat. You know, it's cool like that. You have a dash move. It's pretty good. And, yeah, it's pretty great. So I don't know how similar the first, second, and third game are to this, but from what I understand, I think they're more like they're more 8-bit, and this game is like 16-bit kind of. So but yeah, this is not Giga Wrecker, by the way, just in case you were curious. I'm really liking this game. I can't even describe how much I like this game. And I have the upgrade that lets me fight the final form of this boss. Yeah, so I usually die right around here, by the way. So I heavily expect that to happen right there. But yeah, this is probably what I'm not going to be playing this game necessarily, but this is probably what I'm going to be doing for the foreseeable future. Maybe, I don't know. But I have to like clear off my Steam bucket list because I have a ton of games on here that I haven't even like started to play. Let's see. There's La Mulana. That's something I want to get into. There's a few random games that I don't remember ever buying, but I guess I bought them. So, yeah. So I guess that's it. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.